My name is Andrea, and today I'll be presenting about the power of outreach, how it has been incorporated in my past, and how I plan to incorporate it in my future. I'm a senior engineering major at Harvey Mudd College, a fellow of the Napier Initiative, and a partner with Project Inspire. To provide some context for my project, it's valuable to know a little bit about my journey. When I was in high school, I sought different experiences to explore career options and to find something that I could picture myself sustaining long-term passion for. These experiences, the camps and the programs that I participated in, they helped me learn about myself and the world around me. I tried out business, leadership, various STEM paths, but I was truly energized during my time at NASA. On the right-hand side, you can see a picture of my team and me. Towards the end of the program, Team Bravo, shout out to Team Bravo, some of the best people that I've met. And this experience changed the course of my life. I strongly believe and advocate for exploring one's interests early and with the intention of finding something that you're fervently passionate about. I aspire to contribute to similar initiatives such as the Texas High School Aerospace Scholars Program and the so many others that helped me get to where I am today. An organization that is helping me make this dream become a reality is the Napier Initiative. The Napier Initiative is a partnership between Pilgrim Place and the Claremont colleges. They provide fellowships for up to 3 students from each school every year. Every fellow is paired with a mentor who has a lifetime of experience creating change and making the world a better place. I am lucky to be one of the 7 Napier Initiative 2021 fellows. Each fellow has a project relating to a passion of theirs with a goal of creating a more just, sustainable, and peaceful world. For my project, I'm partnering with Project Inspire, a STEM outreach organization based in Tanzania. Project Inspire's values of supporting youth in their discovery of their place in the world and doing so through the power of outreach is why I'm so excited to be able to spend 7 months on the ground working with them. I'll be helping develop STEM education resources, increasing gender representation, and working to ensure the environment is inclusive. With the support of the Napier Initiative, I'm one step closer to supporting so many others the way I was graciously supported along my journey. After I return from Tanzania, I will begin my full-time job as a systems engineer for Northrop Grumman and the Los Angeles area. I look forward to using my gained knowledge and experiences to inform a lifelong effort of giving back to my community and creating a world where youth have the opportunity to find that which energizes them. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Ginger. I've been president of PEP for the past year. I'm doing this presentation with Lilliy here. I'm currently a senior engineering major. PEP stands for the Prison Education Project, and I'm going to hand it off to Lilliy, who will be kicking it off.
Hi, I'm Lilliy. Just to give kind of a general introduction to PEP, it was originally founded by Dr. Reese, who's a professor at Cal Poly Pomona. And PEP gives students at Harvey Mudd the ability to kind of teach what we love at local prisons. And our goal is to educate, empower, and transform the lives of incarcerated individuals. Typically, we will teach classes in person at California Rehabilitation Center and the California Institute for Women, CIW, which is pictured on the right there. And we teach classes like engineering, computer science, math, chemistry, and biology.
At the end of every class session we teach, students will write up session reports and feedback. So this here is an example of some feedback that we have received in the past from students who were taking our course. And they've said things like it sparked their interest to take more courses. Thank you for treating us as equals. And someone also said that they love PEP classes and wish everyone could take them. So tying back to PEP's mission statement of educating, empowering, and transforming, we really feel like this program has a positive impact on our community, especially those that we're hoping to reach. So going into the fall, obviously we could not teach in-person classes anymore at these facilities. So we were able to successfully shift to online delivery. As a result of this shift, over 55 Mudders signed up to teach, which is more than we've ever had. 30 of them went through training and actually designed and delivered remote classes this year to facilities including the Prototypes Women's Center and Riverside Juvenile Boys Hall. This here's a screenshot from one of our classes from Riverside Juvenile Hall. You can see them on the bottom there, which is partially blurred out just to protect their identity. One huge benefit of online course delivery is that we finally have access to computers so we can show videos and audio. Beforehand, all of our courses had to be delivered in person on a whiteboard and with paper. And so using Zoom, we've been able to show more engaging real world content and videos to students, which we've received really great positive feedback on. Another change we made this year was the shift from subject-based courses, such as those specifically in computer science or chemistry, to a general introduction to STEM fields course. Each week, we focus on a different subject, diving into some basic principles, current events, and possible career paths. And this has also been really popular with our students who get to learn about a lot of different topics. Our ultimate goal is to allow students taking the course to gain exposure to modern advances in STEM and feel excited to pursue their own education afterwards. In light of this, one of Prof. Reese, PEP's founders, Masters in Public Administration students, was able to observe one of our courses and gave us the following feedback, saying they felt that our students were exceptional in presenting our topics and that we had motivated the students at the juvenile facility to seek to challenge themselves towards their own education. So we really hope to inspire and empower them in the future.
Yeah, so that was kind of how our fall 2020 remote teaching went. And this spring, we are kind of changing that up a little bit and trying another approach. And so this semester, I'm working with a team of student teachers that are doing a DVD correspondence to the Federal Detention Center in Seattle, which means that we are recording our lectures ahead of time and designing worksheets, and we are actually mailing these to the facility for students to watch and fill out and learn. And so thank you for listening to our presentation, and we recruit new mudders every semester to teach for PEP, and so keep your eye out for emails for the first few weeks next semester.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, my name is Roya Amini-Naieni, and I am a junior mathematical and computational biology major at Harvey Mudd College. And this past summer, I got funding from the Voices of Community Engagement at Harvey Mudd to work for the Claremont College's BioMakerspace and over the summer. And the BioMakerspace is a student-run genetic engineering laboratory that provides all of the reagents, equipment, enzymes necessary to do genetic engineering and molecular biology, like standard stuff in bacteria. And the lab supports, all sorts of biology projects. Like it will fund, for example, a project that does not have to do with molecular biology, but that's what the lab is equipped for. And one of the parts of the mission statement of the lab that I really think is that I really understand and care about a lot is that one of the goals of the lab is to apply the interdisciplinary mindset of and background of Harvey Mudd students to problems in molecular biology and genetic engineering. And the field of molecular biology is insanely powerful, as everyone has probably realized right now because of the pandemic. And molecular biology enables the possibility of a vaccine, but also it can help increase access to food sources in underserved populations. It can increase access to medications. It can enable gene therapies and prevent genetic disorders, like insane things. And so when you can apply this unique interdisciplinary mindset to the field of molecular biology, I think you can get profound impact to the field. When you take people who have background in math and computer science and mechanical engineering, who also know molecular biology, and have them tackle molecular biology problems and give them tools to do that and experience, I think that's like amazing. So the reason I wanted to work for the BioMakerspace over the summer is that a lot of the projects in the laboratory have to do with increasing the pace of genetic engineering research. And I think increasing the pace of a field, the discovery in a field, is like one of the best things you can do. You can increase the, you can develop a vaccine faster. You can increase the number of discoveries that someone experiences in their lifetime, the number of technologies that develop in someone's lifetime. You can save lives. You can, like, increasing the pace of research, I think, is really important. And I also, not only that, I think that that problem is really well addressed with an interdisciplinary mindset because of, like, for example, computer science and automation, mechanical engineering and automation. Like, I think those mindsets apply to molecular biology, which I think is in need of automation, more automation in labs, could be profound. So I'm really excited. I was really excited to do that. So some of the projects I worked on, I worked on the first project that I can talk about is this thing called AR Opentrons. So the Opentrons robot is one of the cheapest pipetting robots on the market right now for genetic engineering. I think it's the cheapest one in the US. It's like $5,000 and normally they're like $100,000. So it's really cheap. But the issue is that it requires knowing how to program in Python in order to program it. And so that barrier prevents a lot of molecular biologists and genetic engineers from, using the robot to automate their work and to increase the pace of their research. And so, like, one of the ways we wanted to help biologists get over that barrier is to make an augmented reality interface. So basically we're going to put a camera inside of the robot. We actually have one of these in the BioMakerspace, and render the video on your computer. So then you can go on your computer and click where you want the pipette to go on the robot, like you're actually pipetting in real life, because you can see it on the camera, and the robot arm will go there. And that's how you program your robot. You just program it through clicking on your robot deck, where you want the pipette to go. And you can watch it react in real time and make sure it's doing everything correctly. And then that's how you can program your robot, and your robot will remember that protocol and everything. So it's like a method for programming robots is through augmented reality. That's like that's the innovation we're working on. And so, yes, I worked on that. I also worked on this thing called the BioFoundry. We basically wanted to turn the BioMakerspace into a plasmid building factory. Plasmids, they're these DNA sequences that, they're circular DNA sequences that bacteria use. And they're great because you can use them to transfer DNA into bacteria. They're like vectors for information. So you can put the DNA sequence you want. For example, I want my bacteria to glow green. Put that on a plasmid and put that inside of an organism pretty easily. And then the organism will glow green if it's programmed correctly. But the issue is these plasmids can be really costly to make and take a lot of time if you don't have the infrastructure set in place for building them in your laboratory. But they're like the backbone of molecular biology research or genetic engineering research right now. And so what we wanted to do was to streamline that process and build a plasmid building factory in the BioMakerspace. So take this robot, have it build plasmids automatically. And so our dream is to have like professors be able to send in designs, DNA sequence designs that they want made to the BioFoundry, to our BioMakerspace, and we'll build it for them and have it for them in like a week or something, or like half a week, just for free, or with our own funding, but way cheaper than like if you were to send it for someone else to make. And of course, this would provide the backbone for our student projects actually being successful, because one of the biggest issues with student genetic engineering projects is the inability to build plasmids. So yeah. And another project I worked on a less intense project was we just wanted to a project we had running in the laboratory was this thing called DNA printing, where you can print images out of DNA using this process called gel electrophoresis. So we made a program. Tom Fu, who is the director of operations of the BioMakerspace, made a program that takes in a picture and converts it into the DNA sequence lengths you need to load into your gel in order to print that image on your gel. And I made all of the made most of them, I'm still working on it, but made most of the lengths available, or inks for printing, by doing PCR. Yeah, very simple, very fun. Hopefully it'll be flashy when we're done with it. And I can show you the gels, the PCR products, so you can see that the remote laboratory has been working great, which is awesome. And I have also, the last project I worked on was this thing called the BioCollaboratory, which is a website to encourage collaboration on genetic engineering projects. So where people can post their genetic engineering projects and get other people to join their projects and to collaborate on them. And you can basically get people with certain skills. You'd say, oh, I need someone who knows gel electrophoresis. I need someone who has a PCR machine. And someone who has those things can come up and contact you through our website, and you guys can form a fun team. And we called it the BioCollaboratory, and I can show you that as well. So let me show you some demos. Okay. Okay, so in order to do the wet lab work, so because of the pandemic, I wasn't allowed back on Harvey Mudd's campus. So I built my own remote laboratory, which is a genetic engineering laboratory in my apartment. It's actually right behind me here, but this is a better picture of it, and I can go into more detail about the stuff in there. But yeah, I was able to do wet lab work, which is cool. And this is a little demo of some of the stuff we completed over the summer in the augmented reality open trans project. We're still working on this. We're actually working on this with the advising from the amazing Professor Dodds at Harvey Mudd, which we are insanely grateful for. Yeah, but as you can see here, we can detect the robot and everything. This is an example project that we are working. In order to make sure the BioFoundry works, we're taking in beta projects to try and build people's plasmids. And one of the projects we're working on is this really cool project from the lab of the amazing Professor Stobel to try to figure out the function of a certain DNA sequence. And that's present in a pathogen, which is also really, really important. Figuring out what the functions certain DNA sequences and pathogens serve is kind of a big deal. So showing another reason why molecular biology is important. But yeah, so he needs plasmids built for that, and so we were trying to build him plasmids. And this is just a PCR showing that we actually got the DNA sequence out of the genome for him. And this is the DNA printing, and as you can see, on the top you see the lengths of the DNA sequences we made, and as you can see, the DNA. If you know about how PCR and gel electrophoresis works, you can see that our PCR and gel electrophoresis in the remote laboratory works as well. And here are some demo pictures of the website we built, and you can actually go to it. Messenger is very buggy. That's something I'm still working on, but you can see the BioCollaboratory, and you can make your own. And this was built from scratch, which is really hard to do compared to going and getting a theme from somewhere. This is literally built from pure HTML and CSS and a back end as well, using SQL and other things. So this was hard, and I did some of this stuff. I was a part of a big team, and this was mainly started by Max Schomer, but who's another person who's really cool. But yeah, you can see people's profiles and learn more about them, and they post their skills, and then if you like a project, you can go, oh, I want to join this project, and you can click the skills you have, and you can click interested. But in order to be interested, you have to register. I'm not signed in, but you get more features when you're registered, and it doesn't require much. So yeah, okay. So thank you so much for listening. I know I went over. Thanks for staying with me. Yeah, and if you want to contact me, you can go to biomakerspace.com. the website is still under construction, but I'm sure my contact details are on there. Or if you are a Harvey Med student, my name is Roya. I think I'm the only Roya on campus, so you can, yeah, feel free to contact me with any questions. I love talking to people about my research and my work, and would love to hear about your work too. So yeah, thank you so much. And that's my talk.
Welcome to Pomona Unified School District, PUSD Math Modeling Program, in partnership with Harvey Mudd College. This partnership started in 2014 when Harvey Mudd College was awarded a $1.3 million National Science Foundation STEM Seed grant to research how targeted professional development in mathematical modeling affects teacher practice at the elementary level. During the fourth year, academic year 2019-20, the funding and program administration was taken over by Pomona Unified when the grant's funding concluded. This was a major celebration as the research founded during the NSF STEM grant allowed PUSD to make an informed decision about what it meant to institutionalize this program. In summer of 2020, it was the 6th Summer Institute, and it was hosted virtually during the week of June 15th through the 19th. Since the start, each year has included a week-long Summer Institute, followed by a teacher study group meetings in the fall, and it has ended with a conference hosted at Harvey Mudd College, where teacher teams share the math modeling activity that they practiced along with what they learned. The program impact has been many. Some to highlight is putting Pomona Unified at the center of math modeling for elementary grades, where some of our teachers have presented at national conferences and some of their findings have been published. Another program impact has been having about 30 elementary school teachers participate in the program each year. But why math modeling at the elementary grades? Well, math modeling has many benefits, including the benefits to students, such as building their confidence in mathematics and students having some active learning. Some of the benefits to teachers are the ability to create modeling tasks that involve reading, writing, science, and other disciplines. We are grateful for the continuous support of the Department of Mathematics and the Office of Community Engagement at Harvey Mudd College, as well as to Dr. Stacy Brown from Cal Poly Pomona.